Good morning, everyone. Today is Tuesday, August 25th, 2026. It is 10:06 a.m. We're in a special meeting of the Commissioners Court regarding budgets. So we'll start with, and make sure that I stay in order, Madam Clerk. As we move forward, we're gonna need to take a recorded vote, correct? On all these issues? Yes.
It's the public hearing first,
Okay.
so we have to say that we're doing the public hearing on the proposed police that.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's fine.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, yeah, let me start off. I know Commissioner Knight, I talked to Commissioner Knight yesterday. He didn't have his laptop with him, but he would call in if we need him. So I just want to clarify, are we good to move forward with just the four of us, or do you want us to
Yeah,
call?
but if any don't jump out, we can stop adjourning it.
Okay,
Because we do need all four of you for the tax, rate to be adopted.
okay,
We don't need the four of you for the hearing on the budget, so if one of you needs to use the restroom or something, you can step out and I won't have heartburn over it, but once we get to the tax portion of it, and all of you right here.
all right. So,
And if somebody wants to play, it would have to be on Zoom with this camera on.
And sound.
And
I wouldn't be able to meet.
okay, so obviously he doesn't have he has a phone, he doesn't have a laptop. He could do FaceTime. Is FaceTime considered the same as Zoom?
As long as everyone here and on there can see his face and hear him, so we would, yes, it could work, we would just need to make it work. But he's not needed necessarily, so if he doesn't wanna call in, I'm not going to.
Well, if we need to, we can always call him in if we
Yes.
run into an issue. All right. So let's go ahead and, first item, this is a public hearing on the proposed 2027 Presidio County budget. The first item, for this is a discussion with action on the taxpayer impact statement disclosure. Isn't that the one that you read? Like, it was like 4 pages?
I'm gonna give you that today. I think I left you a copy in that little packet I left under this.
Okay.
It's also part
of the agenda.
On the right.
Mhm. Okay. So
It was attached to the agenda, I think,
Oh, yeah.
when I printed it out, yeah.
and then I see you printed out a new copy, I guess, of the updated numbers that you put together. Thank you so much for this. And, is there anything in here out of the ordinary that, as we move forward with this? No, okay. I have agenda item number 1 as a discussion action item. I thought we already did that.
Budget meeting.
Okay,
I think what you did before was proposed and now
It's still a proposal to the adoption.
okay,
And this, we have to do it because this is part of the public hearing.
It's part of
Yeah.
the requirements for
Mhm.
public hearing on budget and adoption.
okay.
So am I to understand, this is part of the public hearing where we will take input from the public? And then when we go into the regular hearing, we'll go into budget workshop, so if we want any comments on the budget that you finished yesterday, we can make comments then.
Yes, on the
Okay.
workshop.
Okay.
So I'll open it up for public comment. Is there anyone present that wants to make a comment here that's at the courthouse regarding the budget or this taxpayer impact statement. Is there anyone online that would like to make a comment about the proposed budget or the impact statement disclosure?
Judge Rob D'Amico here at the Sentinel. Is this impact statement new? You mentioned there was numbers that had changed.
No. What I was mentioning, how are you? Good morning, Rob. What I was mentioning is, as this budget, we've been working on this probably about 5-6 weeks now. And we discuss amongst ourselves and we make small changes to this budget that's really, it's a living document until we pass it. So we made some changes last Commissioners Court last Wednesday. And they're reflected in this new printed version.
Okay.
So I noticed you were at that meeting. I remember you being online, so there's nothing regarding the taxpayer impact statement. It's the same one that we read last Wednesday. I think it took Alicia Sanchez like 15 minutes to read. It's like 3 pages or something.
Okay.
But is that a new change to the law?
Yes,
That
sir.
impact
It was
statement?
adopted September 1st last year, but we adopted the budget before that came into effect, so we had to do it.
Yeah.
Rob, I think that Karina had sent you the agenda on last Wednesday and or whenever on the August 19th. And on that agenda, this tax statement is attached to it. If you
Okay.
want to pull up that,
Yeah, I'll take a look right now. Thank you.
Okay.
and it's on the website too.
Is there any other public comment? Okay. Does the Commissioners Court have any further discussion regarding the tax impact statement or the proposed budget that you have in front of you?
I have some comments when we get into our workshop on the proposed budget.
Okay. Madam Clerk, is there a time that we have to keep this public hearing open? Ms. Park?
No.
Okay, so I will entertain a motion to adjourn the public hearing. I have a motion
Second.
to adjourn. I have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Do we need to do a recorded vote on the next one?
No, that's just a proposed, this is a hearing on the proposed, the vote will come up in a little bit.
Okay,
Yes, I left you the motion just for finally agenda that will require, regular vote.
so we are on the public hearing on the proposed tax rate. You're looking at the maintenance operation, which is 0.51638, and then interest and sinking, interest and sinking 0.01 cent 032 for a total rate of 52,670 for $100 evaluation. Again, any public comment regarding the proposed tax rate? Anyone in the virtual world that has a public comment? Is there any discussion from Commissioners Court? None? I'll entertain a motion.
I move that we approve we're not approving.
You're turning.
I move that we adjourn.
Okay, I have a motion to adjourn and I have a second. All those in favor? Aye.
Thank you for the guidance.
Just put it like, can I adopt the tax rate before I copy it?
Right, right.
I think I needed 15 more minutes of sleep. So, okay, so now we're gonna move into our special meeting. And I'll ask our clerk to re-verify my quorum. Present,
Here,
Here.
Roberto Sophia.
Here.
Thirty-nine.
Okay. Thank you very much. It is now 10:16 a.m. I'll call the meeting to order. If you would stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So. Public comments. Are there any public comments? My wife wanted to come with me this morning to make a comment. And she just wanted to make sure that she invited the Commissioners Court and the courthouse to the groundbreaking ceremony for the clinic in Presidio. So if you can make it, I think it is tomorrow at,
I think it's at 1:30.
oof, that's gonna be hot.
Yeah.
I think it's at
No,
11.
tomorrow at 12:30.
12:30.
Mhm.
Okay, 12:30 at the groundbreaking site, which is just across from the library, tax center. So we'll move on to our routine agenda items, discuss and take action to approve budget amendments and the line items. Madam,
I don't think it was.
very good. Discussion and take action to approve the treasurer's list of claims and bills. Good morning.
$74,283.44. We've had a lot of bills this month that has felt like,
Anything out of the ordinary I didn't see really. Okay.
routine cleanup.
I move that we approve the treasurer's list of claims and bills as presented.
Second.
I have a second from Commissioner Hernandez. All in favor?
Aye.
Good. Thank you so much. Our budget workshop, discussion, action, taxpayer impact statement disclosure. Would you like to read it again?
No,
No?
it's just it's a working, document also states that it may vary until Commissioners Court, approve the tax rate.
I'll move that we approve the taxpayer impact statement as presented, statement disclosure as presented.
Second.
I have a motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
And we'll move on to agenda item number 4, the revised proposed budget.
We are starting on this. I gave you a copy of the most updated version of the proposed budget with the changes made on the meeting of August 19th. So in your underlying, you have a folder called Budget Workshop Fiscal Year 27. There's a copy on there of the revised proposed budget. Number 2, we have a summary specific funds. These are the most updated revenues and expenditure numbers as of right now. Our revenues are $7,121,247.35. Our expenditures are $8,485,926. With a shortfall of $1,364,000. That is the smart specific funds of right now. Number 3 is the position budget. And you can see there, this is with the increases approved at last meeting for employees. We haven't approved the elected officials raises yet, but they're added on here as well. You can see every position, pending positions will be approved are on there as well. And number 4 on the guide on the budget workshop folder is the tax rate projection, what we've spoken about. If you choose to go with the tax rate proposed for today, that will bring out $253 $110,000 for any revenue for fiscal year 27. Number 5 is the cuts and additions that were approved last meeting. So the preliminary budget income again is $7.1 million. Preliminary fund balance transfers to have a balanced budget, $1.5 million. Preliminary M&O budget expenditures included transfers to other funds, $8.4 million. And then we can keep going to the, with cutting commissioners, cut commissioners run a rich stipend of $30,000. Additions to the non-departmental budget, increase to Martha EMS contribution by $35,000. An increase to Presidio EMS contribution in the amount of $42,000. You guys created the IT services budget for the county. This does not include the share of various departments. We did cut other services lines in different budgets, in different departments due to new IT contract. One of those was the county and district clerk, $1,000. County treasurer, $2,000. County tax assessor, $3,000. The addition of the election budget, the creation of the election administrative position. This cost $40,000 does not include the benefit cost. Additions to the annex, increase to communication budget to cover internet at the courtroom building B. Since we added new internet, we had to increase that line, $1,700. Cuts to the annex. I had a conversation with Commissioner Castillo, and we cut that capital outlay line for vehicle purchase and building repairs, $142,000, and you'll see it once we go through the budget itself. That budget will be less. It's about $250,000 from $392,000. Additions to the emergency management, created the utilities budget for electric services, $3,500. Cuts to emergency management up to cut the salary in the amount of $15,632.74. Cut the benefits of the health insurance that came to a total of $13,244.78. The additions to the VCSO budget added fuel budget in the amount of $1,000. The cuts to the VCSO budget cut the vehicle allowance $5,000 and cuts to education and travel to cover new fuel costs. Additions to road and bridge, we increased the fuel budget by $10,000. I created a new budget line for materials that's called public works materials, $150,000. We cuts to road and bridge budget that decreased to capital due to financing options, $1.7 million. Cut materials for CDs, $400,000. Adjusted, and now moving to the abandoned vehicle budget, we adjusted to reflect our new balances. This is an increase of $5,809.13. There was the increase, 3% increase per wage schedule to non-SB 22 employees. This cost does not include benefits, so the cost of that is $52,324.60. The increase 3% per the wage schedule to Senate 22 prosecutor's office. New position of the vocal position and raise does not include benefit cost is $37,710.40. Increase 3% for the wage schedule for SB 22 sheriff's office departments. Does not include benefit cost. It does include the raise, $10,000 raise from SB 22 to the sheriff. That is $52,324.60. Increases to elected officials do not include benefit costs, $40,000, and insurance increase for all full-time positions does not include retirees, $122,039.58. Those are the costs and additions from the previous meetings. Obviously, this is subject to change.
It's the courthouse repairs and elevator. Wasn't it supposed to be $1 million? Wasn't it supposed to come down to $1 million?
Yeah.
Because it says 2.6.
It's in the budget, it came down. to,
Okay, because I'm watching the
Yeah.
number 4 of the.
Sure,
text.
sure.
Fine.
Which number?
Number
Or not number?
For the
for
courthouse,
the courthouse.
It was 2.9 millions. It's not on this document, and we dropped it down.
The 1 million.
Cuts and additions, and this is just from the previous meeting, so that was from a previous brief.
Okay.
Because I'm watching the ones for the daily.
Yeah, and all those changes are reflected in your working budget, account.
Madam Auditor, with the cuts to emergency management, I was looking at the budget, and yes, we cut the salary for the EMC, but the budget reflects that there's only $10,000 in the stipend. And I thought, and my notes said it was $10,000 for North County, $10,000 for South County.
Yeah, I'm not sure,
Yes,
is that?
Wasn't it? Yeah, I thought that
I
was
think it's
correct.
the same time, leave it as 10,000.
Okay.
Okay, we can go back to that, those.
When we get into the budget, I didn't know if you wanted that now.
So on there too, you have the request, I updated those, but if there's some errors, please go ahead and tell me. On the staffing request, they're still pending, the approval of the SB 22 creation of the primary coordinator. They're still pending, the approval of 2 full-time labor workers to Road and Bridge.
Right.
Obviously, the sheriff's increases, that you guys decide on that once you go through, making the adoption of the budget and setting the elected official salaries. And the jail, we were wanting to make that jail administrative position, because it is an administrative position, instead of an hourly position, a salary position. And her wages are still the same, she'll continue to get the same rate, it's just, she'll just be an exempt employee from the board. So those are the 3 changes to the staffing request. In the other services request, if you keep going down the tabs, you'll see the red are things that have been cut from the budget, things that have been officially approved. In the other services request. So there you can see that we cut the IT, for IT services from different departments, because we have a new IT provider and they'll be taking care of that, so they will not need to be contacting anybody outside of our current service. And we have operating and maintenance and general supplies. There's some road and bridge materials, which are part of the road and bridge material cost right now. I mean, whether you purchase concrete for the new yard in Marfa, that's up to whoever's managing that department. And the service contract licenses, you can see, the licenses there are still under, some of them are under contract, so you can't really change those, but the request, unbudgeted major projects, the airport budget, you have the $40,000 for the taxiway. And then, the grant matches for the, Texas Alameda Bridge grant, the THC grant, and the NACO grant, and other grants. And then on the capital line, you can see where we adjusted those, road and bridge, and the equal line. And on the capital project, you can see some of those other adjustments, so you can see the cutting of the $2.9 million from courthouse repairs. So, go back to you judge, do we want to go back to the actual budget itself, and you want to start?
so, let's see here. So and just to give everybody an update, we did have a grievance hearing on Saturday. The grievance hearing, and it's a very peculiar little way that it's written up, and the number of it that have to attend, what a quorum is, you're supposed to have 9 grand jurors. And the way it reads is, if you have 9 grand jurors that say yes or no, then it's automatic. We have no option. If it's anything less than 9, then it could trigger they come back to it's just something for the commissioner's court to say, to evaluate. Okay.
6 to 8.
Okay, So,
is- and you
go
are
ahead,
requirements.
go ahead. Go ahead,
Yeah, if there's 6 to 8 that make a vote,
okay?
then the commissioner's court is required to consider it next meeting. And then if it's less than 6, it doesn't come up.
So, and here's, I guess here's, one of the conversations I had with because there was only 7, there were 7 grand jurors. 5 said yes
Mhm.
to the sheriff's request, 2 said no to the sheriff's request. Now, we told the grand jurors that were present the particulars or the technical aspects of the number of people there, but I did say to those grand jurors that whatever their majority wish was, I would vote that way. So I'm gonna recommend that the grand jurors that attended said 5 said, yes, give the sheriff the $4,000 from adjust his salary.
So in order to do that, you have to read public because they
Okay,
didn't have enough votes to trigger it to happen automatically to the commissioner's court. So for you to do an increase out of the general fund, you would need to republish notice to the county and on the newspaper. Because it only triggers
The num-
6 to 8 votes is what triggers your ability to.
the total value though, the total amount is the same.
Right.
It's the same as what we posted. The only thing is 4,000 is coming from the general fund instead of SB 22.
Right. I know
So-
the net.
But
I know the net amount is 0, but, when we have to publish notice, it's not necessarily about the state portions of it. The part of the note, because, on these notices, we don't even have to put the state supplements on there. It's not required. We're only required to put the county's general fund is paying what the tax dollars are paying, or local tax dollars are paying. So the amount of the general fund is going to change, it's going to increase. It doesn't matter if it decreases. But if it's going to increase for any of those elected officials, we have to give notice to the public of it.
tell me if this would satisfy your stance then. We're past the budget, past the tax, past everything, and then we just post a new
It has to
revised.
be posted 10 days before you adopt the budget. So you wouldn't be able to adopt the budget today, but you have to.
And do we have to repost since,
That's why we should do this. Employee or official, what I recommend is in the future, doing the official salary stuff way earlier.
Right.
Because we don't have time to make these changes with the way we're doing it. Now, where we're at now is by law, the grievance committee didn't have enough votes to trigger a considerate for y'all to consider making a change. Since y'all don't have that trigger from the grievance committee to increase the amount from the general fund for any of those salaries, the only way to increase it is when you post in the newspaper, that's the maximum potential that you can give. So in order to go over the maximum potential, either it has to go through a grievance committee or reposting the paper.
don't we also have to repost since we have
No.
30,000?
No, ma'am, you
No,
can't.
it's maximum potential. So you
Okay,
can always
okay,
decrease,
okay.
but by law, what we post in the paper is the maximum.
I got you now.
Yeah, that any of
Gotcha.
the officials can make. You could always come to today, right, to the adopted budget and do less than what you publish in the paper, but you can never go over. And if you do, you have to either republish it or it has to come from a vote on the grievance committee by law.
Okay, because the reposting would have to show that the county sheriff's is at 58, not 54. I got it.
Yeah, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but whatever.
Well,
Yeah. whatever
the grievance committee agreed, 5 of the 7 said, to take the 4,000 out of the county's budget and the remainder out of SB 22. So how's this gonna affect us to get our budget done? Does this shoot our timeline?
I'm sorry, we have to adopt the budget today if you want the tax rate, then you select it.
Oh,
If you do not adopt that budget, you will have to borrow your tax rate.
yeah.
So
So,
we risk $453,000 for $4,000.
Yeah, because if you don't adopt the tax rate, the budget with the tax rate automatically goes down to what your original tax rate was last year.
And you have to adopt the budget before you adopt the tax rate.
Okay.
And so is the only
So let's
option
say we have,
here?
7 people committed, just,
No,
No.
I'm
Table.
gonna insist next year that it's gonna be made up of elected officials.
Because
I'm
even
with
though-
you, Joe. I
even
saw
though
that.
it would 9 and the 2 would say nay, you still have the 5, so.
Right. So the only way that we can get past this, if I'm understanding you correct, is number one, the grievance committee could not make a recommendation to this commissioner's court.
Right, I'm gonna,
Because they didn't have enough.
I'm gonna read the law out loud right now. If after the hearing, and this is the grievance committee hearing, 6 or more of the members vote to recommend an increase in the officer's salary or personal expenses, the committee shall submit its recommendation to the commissioner's court in writing. If 6 to 8 members vote to recommend the increase, the commissioner's court shall consider the recommendation at its next meeting. You're required to consider it, not required to take it, but consider. If 9 members vote to recommend the increase and sign the recommendation, the commissioner's court must include the increase in the budget before the budget is filed and the increase takes effect in that next budget year. But since we didn't have 6 votes, there was nothing by law that triggered y'all's ability to increase the amount, to consider the increase.
Other than the wishes of the grievance board. A
The
majority
wishes
of,
of 5
I
members.
hear, I got it. So, yeah,
Your published notice, right now we don't have.
So-
published notice has to be 10 days before today's hearing.
so, this is probably not right to say, sometimes you win the battle, but you lose the war. So unfortunately, Sheriff, we're not gonna stop this budget for $4,000. I understand what Ms. Parks is saying. And technically, she's correct, and that is the law. Even though disappoints me, I'm just gonna say in open court that, I admired that they gave us a Saturday.
Yeah.
Of their own free will. They showed up, they made a recommendation. And I just wanna say, I'm gonna keep true to my word, which is, we should, even though we're not going to, we should, give the sheriff what he's asking. But we're not gonna get convoluted and lost. I had illusions of grandeur this morning. I said, it's gonna be a good day.
Yeah,
It'll go by quick.
It's gonna be easy.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah,
So-
yeah,
Sheriff, I'll let you make a comment.
No, you do what you gotta do, Judge. I make my point, so y'all make decisions, whatever y'all do, that's on y'all.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Judge.
Yes.
And the $10,000, if you guys.
Yes.
It will just be from SB 20.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got it. Okay. Any other discussion or revisions?
Are we gonna go line?
Yeah, we have no operating expenses in the elections position, do we?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
The election budget, as it's stamped right now, we have a separate budget, one is a county district clerk, and you have a separate election budget.
Okay,
So
right,
that budget will be the election administrative budget,
Okay.
so it's all funded.
okay,
There were some requests by Commissioner Heisler there that were added to the budget. I believe they include, computer and, increase to the workers' pay to kind of match what the city does. Peter, if you wanna ask.
Oh, yeah, it was for the elections judge and the clerks. And I asked, city what they paid their elections and judges. And so we didn't go as high as what they paid, but I put an increase into, and I can break it down for y'all if y'all want to hear that. Because it's very difficult to get judges and clerks at our elections. Do you want me to break it down for you?
no, it's good.
I did some homework on it.
Yeah, on your budget, it's page 11, that's the election administrative budget.
Okay, and
And you can go through it, and you I feel it's a fair budget. It went from $46,000 to $113,000.
yeah.
And most of that was for adding a salaried position, right?
Yeah. So, and let me say this, because I know that we've had a lot, well, you can't charge this, you can't charge the city, you can't charge the hospital district, you can only charge them for, I think as we get, I guess, more educated on this elections position and what's eligible, what's not eligible, I think what we'll find is in the spirit of it, I do know this. The school districts, in both cities, hospital district, they want a piece of this. They want to participate in this. They want to, I guess, dissolve themselves. They're running into the same issue that we're running into, right? So they want to use the service. And I think as we move forward, we'll find that they'll be willing to say, well, you know what if we jumble our elections with you, but we're gonna help offset by paying the workers?
Right.
We'll look into it. I know I've had people, oh, you can't do that, you can't. We'll see. We'll work through that. We'll figure something else.
I'm with you, Judge.
Yeah.
We do have a candidate for the precinct 4 commissioner position. And regardless if she gets elected or not, her background is in elections law, and I have brought this to her attention. So she will look into that for us.
Any other discussion on any revisions or the proposals that's presented?
Yeah, I already brought up the emergency management services that I'd like to see that line item that we have 4,000. It says, it's line item 4,000, but we have 10,000 in the budget. I think that needs to be 20,000 so that we can make sure that we can try to get, someone in the North and South counties.
No,
It's a stipend.
It's a stipend.
Yeah. And then my only other comment, I did go through this budget and, I want to compliment Commissioner Escontreras. We had a very frank phone call on Friday, and I really appreciate the numbers you presented, Obed. Thank you. So the only question I have is on Road and Bridge is, do we truly need 2 additional full-time laborers now that we have taken that $400,000 out of the budget?
Yes.
I know you need one for the mechanic, and so I didn't know.
No, we need it.
Okay.
It's because, there's always a plan. We're gonna keep on trying to pave all our streets. So, right now, we need the people just in road and bridge itself.
Just to get the work
Yeah,
done
just
of
to get the work
operations.
done.
I hear what you're saying.
That's how come Ruben was always getting the laborers, because he needed the help.
Okay.
It's more than 300 miles of county roads, and it's only 6 people. Most of the time, there's one.
One on vacation,
And
one
one
on
sick
sick.
leave, and
Right.
So,
Yeah,
we
I
really-
just wanted to ask the question. Other than that, I went line by line over the budget last night and everything looks really good, Judge. So that was my big questions is just getting the 10,000 added and then asking,
I think the other one that I don't know if I discussed it with you, it might have been Alicia Sanchez. Is there a line item in OEM for the Chinate repeater?
yes.
Yeah.
And then there's a line item for the sheriffs on the repeater. Is it duplicity? Are they separate? Is it, you have your own repeater up there and then Office of Emergency Management has their own?
Yeah,
Do you know, Sheriff? Cause it makes sense to me. I know, here's where I'm going with this. If I have money in a budget for OEM for maintenance of that Chinate repeater, you have money situated there too. And I go back to the same thing. Communications is under your umbrella. So does it make sense for OEM to have that money, or should it just be in your budget? Should we just say, get it to the sheriff?
Aren't there
You
2
got
separate
to,
contracts? Yeah, they have their own repeaters. Yeah,
For-
they're 2 separate repeaters, emergency management and for the sheriff's office up at Chinook.
Do we need 2
Yes.
repeaters up there?
Yeah.
Give me some examples of when it's triggered and when it's used.
you didn't have a lot of from.
Yeah.
You could basically, everybody's talking to the channels. So they need their, for their own communication, we are for ours.
Right. So it may be something that's required by TDM. You know? I guess, yeah, I don't want to convolute it then.
No.
Forget,
No.
I redact my entire, yeah.
Yeah, it's when something happens, everybody's trying to communicate on the radio,
Yeah,
so it's like they need to communicate. with them.
okay,
Right. That
Fair
makes
enough.
sense.
It's not gonna work.
fair enough.
Right.
The only thing I have, on the non-departmental is, we talked about the EMS. We're giving $30,000 to, the Marfa EMS. And I said 35%, but I was mistaken, it's 54%. So that's a big number towards the Presidio EMS. I don't know if you want to leave it this way, or if we want to be equal, we have to give Presidio the 54%.
Obed, given what is going on with our two different EMSs, I felt that, Presidio EMS got a much larger increase than Marfa did. We asked Presidio EMS if they wanted an increase. They said no. And I think we have a few issues to work out between the two EMSs. They're getting a 42,000 or 45.
Well, one's getting 35 now, it's getting 42.
Yeah, so they're getting a.
It would be a
$42,000
$64,000 increase for Presidio.
I
And I
know.
want to put it on record because I made the mistake.
Right,
On that math
And-
doesn't matter.
And I said 35%, but it was not. It was
right,
30%. I mean 50% of 65,000, 32,500. So
right.
I made the mistake. It should have been for Presidio 64,800, which would come out to 184,000,
Right.
not 164,000.
So I'd like to clarify, when I made the move to fund Marfa EMS, I said 100,000. They were asking for 125. I wasn't asking for percentages. I was looking at the
Yes.
dollar amount.
Yeah, we talked about this.
Yeah.
But I just want to make it clear.
Right,
It all depends on the court if we do the 54%.
right.
Because I'm just trying to we have more miles in Presidio. And that's what, if it's $35,000, it's 54% of what they're getting right now. So
And
it's just
yeah.
fair. And if you
Let
guys
me-
want to do it,
Let me,
I just want to make sure we're all talking about the same numbers. There's a total 77,000 increase currently on the proposed for both. And it's, the 77,000 breaks down to 35 from ARPA, 42 for.
Yes.
Correct.
Is that what was intended?
no, the intention was giving the same percentages to Barfa and Presidio. That was my intention.
Oh, I don't know.
So, if you do the math, it would be a 54%
Yeah.
increase that we're giving Marfa.
I do also want to remind you all that the county is taking on a 500 or $500,000 grant to get a new ambulance for Presidio EMS. So all the $500,000 will be applied to Presidio EMS. Because of the way the grant was structured, none of it's going to Martha EMS, and I think that's why, I don't want to speak for Martha. I think that's why Martha, one of the reasons Martha asked for an increase to try to equal out Martha and Presidio, was because of that, but maybe not. I don't know.
I spoke to
The
the
way it was-
EMS, hold on. I spoke to the EMS director in Presidio, and that was the reasoning he gave me that he did not want to ask for an increase,
Oh.
was because
They knew about
he recognized, because at first he was gonna ask us for $18,000 for a piece of equipment,
That's right.
but then he found out that that equipment comes with the new ambulance.
It's already covered by the 500,000. So they didn't need these.
So he didn't need to ask for the 18,000.
let
I mean,
me,
obviously it's up to y'all, but if they're not asking for an increase, I wouldn't.
Well, it's because the ambulance and the operation is a whole different deal.
Huh?
The operation, the way it's on Marfa, they had a 36%,
Is that what the 35?
yeah, no, they had, I cannot see the numbers right now, but they were not charging back or getting paid back $55,000. So that's the way it looked like. They wanted the $60,000 so that they can cover their calls on the county for us that were not paid.
Yeah.
Right.
So
on-
Presidio is
on-
the same
yeah,
way.
It's the same way. On average, when you trigger an ambulance, you get an invoice, you get a
Uh-huh.
bill.
Yeah,
Oh, it's only 30% collection.
yeah.
70% is you eat it.
Right.
And again, that was one of the things that when they brought the budget to us. And I wanna discuss the elephant in the room because I feel like it's almost like a little powder keg. I just read an email and there's maybe EMS did respond, maybe it didn't respond. How come they didn't? So it's one of those things, I'll tell you, we could, if we wanted to, we could start a little civil war between South EMS, North EMS and the county. And let me tell you who it would serve. Nobody.
Exactly.
It would do nothing but make just a nightmare.
Right.
So we have to tread very lightly. The reality is we should redouble our efforts to really consider an ESD where we have it under one umbrella, because I'll tell you what all this stems from. What this stems from is, again, you want to talk about a little blame? How about us? We should recognize that the strain that we put on South County EMS, North County EMS, what we compensate them for is nothing compared to what they spend on it. So they're doing us a tremendous favor. This is literally a small scream for help. Help, throw me a couple of nickels. But we're gonna have to address this. And I'm telling you, I have the appetite for it. I think it would be, nothing ventured, nothing gained. I think this is something that we should really strongly look at. I discussed it briefly with the county attorney. And the beauty of this is that our neighbors right next door just gave us a playbook. And are they gonna win the Super Bowl? I don't know. But I'll tell you what, there's a lot of excitement in North County. I suspect it will pass. And I think if we follow that playbook, we would be successful in Presidio as well.
To let them be the guinea pig for sure.
Well, I mean, it's all good. It's all good. Why reinvent the wheel?
Yeah.
The same thing we're doing with the road use.
Right.
You know,
I think that would be beautiful if we can get
The
that
streets paved.
district up and running in the next year. But for now, I have to worry about the interlocal agreements and the stuff that I'm dealing with.
Right.
So we're still trying to figure out how we're doing the grant. I know that's kind of up in the air. Because it's a new grant, so the rules, comptroller's making them up on the fly. But we're still working that out. Martha 35 is what they asked, or plus what they asked.
no, they asked for 120.
25.
We
35.
right.
They were at, yes.
Yes.
Okay, whatever that is.
We asked them to meet us we asked if they would meet us halfway.
Yeah.
So this is, here's what I'd rather do is, and I understand, exactly where we're at. I think what we're doing right now is just putting a Band-Aid on the real issue. And so, I know your intention is to go out, they're gonna open back up for the HB
Yes.
500 again. You have 100% my support.
Thank you.
In this instance, even though we're eligible to, the only application we're going to submit is the city of Marfa.
Right.
So on their behalf,
Mhm.
hopefully they'll be successful. And then, like I said, we're putting a Band-Aid on it, and let's just keep moving forward. Let's double our efforts for this ESD, and we'll try to, just temper everybody's, frustrations and
Right.
so.
I talked with Senator Blanco's office yesterday. They
Yes.
called me. And their concern is that since Presidio County got one ambulance
Yeah.
this go round, that we're gonna be real low on the totem pole. And I asked them to please track that down.
Mhm.
I know Ramon's looking into it too. Are we eligible to apply? Yes. But the fact that Presidio County got one ambulance, I'm asking Senator Blanco's office to say, were there other counties that didn't get ambulance this go round? And if so, what does that look like?
I think you would be surprised. There's 254 counties in Texas. You'd be surprised at how many counties, especially a lot of our neighbors, don't even go for those grants.
Right,
They don't worry about money the way we don't worry about money.
right.
They never throw their name in the hat, even though they're eligible.
Are you talking about the oil and gas counties?
Yeah, but even north,
Yeah.
even further north,
Right.
they already have established ESDs. They have their own budget. They
Right.
have their own, so they don't even look at little
Mhm.
things like this. So that's my hope. My hope is
Sure.
that they'll let us go back in there and double dip, so to
Hope
speak.
So,
So, and all we can do is swing. And you heard it. These rules, I've been a bureaucrat my whole life. It changes from what
Right.
they go put a new director in there. And this is the way I interpret the law. This is the way I want to enforce, and it just changes.
Right.
And then we're left holding the bag.
mhm.
So, But with I guess the intention of just moving forward, I think it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. All this, I'm happy with this. I'm happy,
I am.
I'm happy with this.
I just, in no disrespect, Commissioner, Escontradas, but, you know, I did listen to the EMS director and he said it, he was here on Zoom. I don't think you were at that meeting. So we already have enough fires burning. I think that I heard from the city of Marfa after they went through the whole process of getting the documents that the judge had asked them, and they presented and asked for the 125,000 and only got 100. And then we increased Presidios also to an even higher rate than we increased the city of Martha's. I think that this would be possibly igniting a bigger fire if we go with what you're recommending at this moment. I mean,
We're trying to be-
43,000 is not, it's not
As I
a
hear-
drop in the bucket.
I hear it all across the table that equally.
And the thing,
That's
is-
the equal. That's the equal thing.
the
to
thing
do.
is, we have a longer trip when we get to the hospital than more.
It's already a $77,000 increase on the budget. If you're trying to work on the,
Right.
PSD, whether sometimes some things can be equal or not, it's for questions right now. If you already decided on that, it's $77,000, or you keep increasing.
You were gonna make a comment.
That it's a longer process procedure to hear.
Yeah.
Like I said, the last time I had a call, EMS wouldn't go and help us out. They said if somebody could drive into the Seawolder Ranch, they'll pick him up from there, so. It's hard. It's hard. I've driven the ambulance for the EMS, you know, man. It's a long drive by the time you get to our hospital.
I don't think anyone's
And especially if
questioning
they have to
that.
go to Redford or Candelaria all the way to Scipio, so. We're not trying to make it look like, you know, well, we give Martin, you know, we have to do procedure, no. But, I mean, let's kind of think about it and be fair about it. And
Any other questions regarding revisions on the proposed budget? Is there anything left unchecked?
Yes, sir. Second, you said yes to the road and bridge, is that correct?
For the two laborers?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm gonna go back, I've been trying to listen and look up at the same time. Y'all wanna do 2 emergency management coordinators?
Yes.
They're
No,
designated,
it's not.
yeah, go ahead, Luis, go ahead.
It's not, that's not their title. What the judges proposed, is that we, have individuals in our county that because the EMC is the judge.
Well, right now, the EMC.
EMD, I'm sorry, I demoted you,
The
sorry.
what?
The emergency management director is the judge.
Correct.
And so the biggest duty of the EMC is making sure that we're constantly staying up on our emergency management plan that has to be updated regularly. There's a reporting module, and the judge felt that if we could get individuals that are somewhat already in the field, like with the fire department or the police department, that could fulfill those roles for North County and South County, and we pay them a stipend of $10,000 each.
That's great. I just wanted to know, are we gonna keep an emergency management coordinator? Are you gonna try to do 2 of them? What are you naming?
I, whatever you want, I mean, yes, yeah, that's it. That's
Okay.
it.
Because there's only the.
EMC, no,
only provides for one person to serve as the EMC. I just wanted to make sure we weren't trying to create 2 EMCs.
No, you can name them temp seasonal and you can hire as needed.
Great, love that.
and who's it gonna, who's it gonna be? I can think of, and here's again, the elephant in the room. Yeah, I know Gary doesn't have the appetite to go south. And we have a lot of fires, we have a lot of rescues, at the parks. And we need somebody more boots on the ground. I know there's some very active guys in the fire department and the sheriff's office that would be excellent in that role. So we'll interview for those positions. We'll tell them these are gonna be your duties. It will probably it'll be more robust because we'll have quarterly meetings. We'll come up with a combined plan for the south, the north. They're very different.
Yes.
South, you focus on more, I don't know if we have more fires. I'm sure we do.
You have more fires.
Yeah, so we have more
Definitely.
fires. I know we have more flooding.
Mhm.
So it's just one of those things. It would be good for us.
I absolutely agree with the premise. I just
Okay.
want to make sure when we do it on paper. that
We're not calling them EMCs.
Great, thank you.
No,
Okay.
that has never been brought up.
I think the only pending item, we guys decided on the road and bridge, which we need the creation of the private coordinator under SB 22, contingent on the grant under the county attorney.
This is for Jessica. Pulling from the SBPC.
That is sort of the request worksheet.
So what are you asking us to
Create
do?
a position of the private coordinator under SB 22.
That makes sense,
Yeah, we
because
create,
we didn't get the VOCA grant, right? So we're using the SB
we're using
22.
100% of SB. So we have to create the position.
Right,
She's keeping her same job. It just has to be created under the grant.
okay. If that is what the county attorney is asking for,
But
I
where is this,
certainly support it.
which page?
The workbook staffing request solution under the drive request FY.
one of those tabs,
And you'll see a worksheet there, and the first tab is staffing request, fiscal year 27.
She's the very first one listed.
And you want to also look at that? Yes.
And this will be, if this is approved, then I will spend almost all of my SB 22 money and only send back maybe a couple thousand interest.
which my
Where is this,
understanding is a really good
Yes,
thing.
I wanna
because
spend
if
this
you
money.
don't use your SB
It goes
22,
back.
they could.
¿Dónde
have-
está?
No,
¿Dónde
it
está
goes
eso?
back to the state, whatever you use.
Where can I see this? Where can I see it?
I'm sorry, I have what is so many things.
It's called request 27, working 8/25/26, and it's a Excel sheet.
So we right here. And then the meeting, special meeting. And then click on this folder. Direction, and so this, switch. And then the first step is on there.
Yeah. This is what. Hard reading. It's gonna turn on you. Yes.
So Abed, when I'm looking at this under staffing requests, so of those two full-time laborers, one of them's currently a temporary, or are they both temporary and we're just making them full-time?
No, we don't have any temporary,
Oh, yeah,
no.
Don't decide on the local one.
We just need a.
yeah, I was just having a conversation. I'm in favor, if this is what the county attorney feels that she needs for her department, then I'm in favor of it.
That's for, yeah, please. Just so she can keep her job. And also so I can use my grant money, because otherwise grant funds go back to the state. With interest, will go back to the state.
Wasn't she, paid by COG,
By what?
by the COG?
Rio Cog.
Yeah, so currently 80% of her salary is paid by a federal grant called the VOCA grant, Victim of Crimes Act grant. And 20% of her salary is paid by SB 22.
Okay,
This next year, I don't have the VOCA grant, so I'm moving her to that 100% of her salary is paid by the SB 22 grant. In order to do that, we have to technically create this position under the SB 22 grant to move her underneath that one. Either way, she is fully funded by a grant.
okay,
I don't pay for her out of county funds.
but we're not eligible for the COG anymore?
Not this year.
Not this
Next
year?
year I'll put in for it. And
I'm
for
like,
the SB.
I'm like the comedian, that fluffy guy. I had to ask the question.
No, that's a good question.
Why?
Yeah. I'm that same way. I want answers, but I think that what happened this year, and correct me if I'm wrong, Blair, but, that grant came up while you were on maternity leave, right?
Yes.
And, so we are eligible, when, Ms. Parks first became our county attorney, I don't think you were even in office yet,
No, it
and
was-
you ran down there in order to get it
It was
last year.
3 weeks after the primary election, so it
Uh-huh.
was April. And last minute, I get a phone call from El Paso to drive to El Paso to defend the grant, and I said, I don't know what you're talking about. And they
Right.
said, your prior county attorney is giving up the grant, but we think you should still keep it. Please come down. And I threw on some clothes and ran to El Paso, and they threw me in to give a presentation on a grant that I'd never even seen before. And they gave it to us. We did it.
I'm in favor of it.
I mean, the grant funds, if I don't use them on her, they're gonna go back to the state.
And it will be just, contingent on confirmed availability.
Right.
Yes. Yes, you, yes, Caesar, Commissioner, Judge, Commissioner Fernandez.
Yes, I already said it. In the jail position, we're just moving Andrea from an hourly to a salary, right?
I spoke to the sheriff, work for his department, this is just a suggestion,
Okay,
make it an exam decision. But
Let me ask you something, Alicia. On the road and bridge going back to. Did we kept the laborers line?
I did keep it, but I did lower it.
Because right now we're training. Just in case Bianca is not with us.
Yeah, that doesn't apply, you don't have any more labor line right now.
Yes, I know.
This is for year 27, so this one going to affect us October.
Yes, I understand this, but I just wanted to see if we still kept.
you have full-time and temporary.
It's called temp seasonal, Commissioner, and let me tell you exactly what line that is.
What page?
It's page 50.
And, it's on there, and I left the fund there precisely for that request. But if you wanted to increase it, that's up to you guys. It's line number 3 after the department head full-time and the tips.
Labor.
That's where that labor line, lives. It's called different in our new software.
It went way down, eh?
Yeah, we kind of figured off the two full-timers. Part of that was going to move into cover some of those new full-time positions.
I know, Ruben was always saying about the Cibolo levy.
Yeah.
And, I went there yesterday and we need to act on that deal, eh? Before it's too late.
And that's a county levy.
We need to act on that. We're seeing the arroyo coming on the way to the levee now. And it's, the water pumps is gonna start. Taking all that. levee
Gotcha.
water.
Gotcha.
So we have to keep an eye on that. We have a lot of, relleno. All the, whenever the water comes, it's got a lot of percentage and all this buildup has been going up that.
Right.
It's like, we have like a mountain right in
It's
the center
a
of the.
typical dam situation where you have to
Then we
put
have
them
to
out every
open up
once in a
that
while.
deal and.
Right, right.
Cause, that creek, whenever it comes down, it comes down.
Right.
I don't wanna start,
Yeah, it looks.
Are you looking at us?
And it runs, runs crazy.
you know. So that's another.
So are we good, or are there other things? that-
Yeah, I don't.
I think that if the sheriff's office is good with that going from hourly to, an annual salary, then I'm good with it. And I expect you're good with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good?
So, this, second request, there's nothing else other than those? Obviously, if you want to continue looking into the budget, you're more than welcome to, if you want to go back to the regular agenda and start making those motions. I gave you the judge, Deidre, copy, and I want to send it to you.
Okay, you gonna read 'em?
The actual motions. So you will follow that exact wording,
Okay,
and, they need to be record votes.
okay.
Okay, so we'll move from our budget workshop into our regular agenda and agenda item number 5, discussion with action to adopt the budget for fiscal year 2027 in accordance with local government code 111.008.
I move to adopt the proposed fiscal year 27 budget as presented and amended, including elected county and precinct officers' salaries and allowances, with the exception of road and bridge stipend for Commissioner Precinct 3, Obed Escontreras. Am I enunciating that right?
Let's go 3.
Trias.
Commissioner.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry about that.
No, you're,
In the amount of $30,000.
Okay,
I second that, Judge.
so I have a motion and a second, and now a vote of record. Madam Clerk? Yay.
Yay.
Yeah,
Yay.
Thank you for that. Okay,
Why does this year feel so much easier?
I know, right?
Yeah, right.
It does.
It does.
Okay. Agenda item number 6, discussion with action to ratify
Increase.
increase in the property tax revenues reflected in the fiscal year budget 2027.
I will move to ratify the increase in property tax revenue of $453,110 that is reflected in the adopted budget.
Second that.
I have a motion and I have a second by Commissioner Escondrias, and our recorded vote now. Yay.
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 Yes. Yay.
Yay.
Agenda item number 7, a discussion with action to adopt the proposed tax year 2026 tax rate in accordance with the Texas Tax Code 26 as set below.
So we're gonna
For
have
ma-
two. I'm sorry.
No. So it's a, maintenance operation of, 0.51638, and interest and sinking 0.01032 for a total tax rate of 0.52670.
So we're gonna have two motions. The first one, I move that property tax rate for maintenance and operations be set at 0.51638.
I have a motion,
Second that.
and I have a second by Commissioner Escondrias, and our recorded vote. Yay.
Yay.
Yay,
Yay.
And the second item, I move that the property tax rate for debt service be set at 0.01032.
I second that.
I have a motion and I have a second. Recorded vote. Yay.
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 Agenda item number 8 is discussion with action to adopt the 2026 tax rate order.
I move that the property tax rate be increased by the adoption of a tax rate of 0.52670, which is effectively a 7.40% increase in the tax rate.
I'll say.
So I have a motion and I have a second. And our recorded vote? Yay.
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 Okay. You guys, why are you smiling, Miss Sanchez?
Very people.
Cause she has so much sweat equity. Thank you, Alicia.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Oh, no, thank you. Do you guys want a break? You want to muscle through this? Is everybody good?
I'm good.
You're good? Good. All right. So we'll move on to agenda item 9, discussion with action to approve the FY 27 Rural Constable's Office Salary Assistance Program Grant Agreement Award number IA 0000004373 in the amount of $17,046.98 and authorize Presidio County Judge to execute the agreement on behalf of Presidio County.
Good morning,
Hi,
Judge.
Shauna.
Good morning, Commissioners. Hi, Commissioner. Yeah, so this is just the grant agreement the comptroller has sent over. So legally, the judge is the only individual that can execute this grant, and by doing so, it's also accepting the award. So just asking for the court's permission to proceed with that.
And isn't our budget kind of based off of this number? We've
Yeah.
already approved it.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll make a motion that we approve fiscal year 27 Rural Constable's Office Salary Assistance Program Senate Bill 22 Grant Agreement Award number IA, all those zeros, 4373 in the amount of $17,046.98 and authorize Presidio County Judge to execute the agreement on behalf of Presidio County.
Second.
I have a motion and I have a second by Commissioner Hernandez. All in favor?
Aye.
Agenda item number 10, discussion with action to approve the FY 27 Rural Sheriff's Officer Salary Assistance Program SB 22 in the amount of $250,000 and authorize Presidio County Judge to execute the agreement on behalf of Presidio County.
Yes,
moved.
yes, sir. So same situation here. This is the sheriff's office grant, and the budget is contingent upon this one as well.
So I have a motion by Commissioner Scontrias.
I second it.
I have a second by Commissioner H. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you.
Shauna.
Discussion with action, agenda item number 11. The request for use of the courthouse lawn for a No Big Ben Wall press conference on September 14th, 2026 from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
So, Judge, Ms. Alvarado asked that I present this on her behalf because I believe she's at the Jeff Davis County Commissioners Court today.
Okay.
And so basically, the No Big Ben Wall folks are asking to have a press conference. They have about 60 media contacts expected to attend. They've asked me to be in attendance just to make sure that they play by all of our rules, which we all know about, and there will be no additional needs requested.
Okay. Is that what day of the week is that?
Good question. September 14th.
I don't think you're gonna be able to attend it. Oh, probably, yeah.
It's on-
Commissioners,
It's
a
a
Monday?
Monday.
when do we have the training?
The 14th.
The deck,
I actually am going over on the 15th.
Oh, is that's the
The,
commissioners, court,
commissioners
county
and
judge,
judges.
yeah.
Good try.
The South region.
sometimes you don't.
Far West Texas.
You wanna-
I have it all on my calendar.
So you'll be there, you'll act as our eyes and ears.
Yeah, just to make sure, you know, like I already went over with them about their need to collect the trash, asked them if they need any electricity. My experience has been with the No Big Bend Wall, they've been doing nothing but peaceful protest. This is not a protest, this is a press conference.
Okay. I guess the only thing is just a heads up for the departments at the courthouse. Just that there's gonna be a lot of movement. I imagine the restroom's gonna be full. I imagine people are gonna be coming in and going. It's like anything. A lot of these people, especially with the media, what they will do, and these are public spaces, they will for, I guess, to capture the courthouse, they're gonna come in, they're gonna take shots of people working, of work areas. I mean, we have a beautiful courthouse. I'm sure they're gonna wanna emphasize it on their videotapes, or their video coverage. So, I would just probably dress up nice, make sure my area is clean. You know, I don't know that we
I think
can.
we should dress up every day. Judge.
Well, that's true too. I got chastised actually for wearing a tie too much.
No, you,
Why?
we all should wear ties.
I'll wear a tie.
Would you really? So, but I guess I would go back, I would ask this just as a question. I don't think it would be improper to put a sign on your door that says, we are open for county business only. I don't know, something on the doors. Just so you won't
It's
have
a
people.
public building, but I don't-
I guess we'll see how the day goes. How about that? 60, I have been there when there are 3 or 4 press representatives. I can imagine 60. It's gonna be chaos.
Yeah,
So,
Well, I
On
think
the-
that's who they're reaching into, Judge. I'm
Yeah.
not sure that that's,
if you,
but it's a
no,
hot button.
it's a hot,
issue.
it's a hot button issue. Yeah, it's a hot button issue.
if you want to essentially consider opposing the courthouse, I would make sure to put out the commissioner's court meeting on September 9th.
Well, I'll tell you what, how about you department heads, put your heads together and then come back and say, hey, Judge, what time is it? From what time to what time?
It's from
10
10 AM to 1 PM. I don't see it lasting that long.
I would really just be concerned about our restrooms.
Yeah.
Being overused.
I'm happy to let the group know that we would appreciate them limiting their
Finding other
use.
staff.
Yeah.
And-
We're going to the sheriff's office.
Go over to the sheriff.
No.
Notice you said
he
that.
left.
When you
he's
got,
probably
well, yeah,
watching.
when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Right.
When you gotta go, you
We
gotta.
just keep Isaac on the loop so he can
Yeah.
be cleaning the restrooms.
Right.
I'll let her know.
Little
Yeah, well, you guys,
hospitality.
if you guys, if any department head has a concern about Monday, September 14th, 2026, from 10 AM to 1 PM, just let us know and we'll, if we need to shut down early or something, or I bet you it's gonna be chaotic the whole day.
Yeah.
It says, yeah, well, it says 10 AM. Let me assure you of something. There's gonna be people here at 7.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah.
or the day before.
That's it. Maybe even the day, no, definitely the day before, wandering around.
Yeah,
So,
Figuring out their shots.
yeah. Or setting up or.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Okay, so, yeah,
I move that we allow, the use of the courthouse lawn for the new Big Bend Wall Press Conference on September 14th,
okay.
from 10 to 1.
Second.
I have a motion and I have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank y'all.
You're welcome. Our county clerk, discussion with action to approve the order of election for the November 3rd, 2026 general election.
Housekeeping,
Okay,
find the order, post it.
And they're at the same places pretty much?
Yes, they're gonna be at the, visitor center and the annex.
Okay. Building D.
building B. Fine. No, it's fine. That's what it's for. Let's see.
Is there?
Oh, do we already have did you already submit the sample ballot to the state?
I haven't noticed.
You have.
You sent me an order of election review?
No,
Is there one that's being?
I just printed that from the state's website.
Oh, that's it.
Filled it out and learned.
I'm gonna move that we approve the order of election for the November 3rd, 2026.
I'm still looking at it, also.
Go ahead. You can make your
Sorry.
motion. You can make your motion.
Yeah,
Taxing the groundwater district board,
That's not happening.
okay, so we're gonna remove that from the order.
Okay,
That's why I wanted to cut in, because it's gonna have to be put in the motion.
thank you. Let me restate my motion. So I move that we approve the order for the special.
Wait, there's another one. Republican chair, Democratic chair, those are decided by primary, so those are the interval. Is a Republican can't run for Democratic chair. So the primary is already decided who the chair are.
Yeah, because they have to be on the ballot.
That doesn't make sense.
We all have to be on the ballot again.
Should I wait?
Go for it.
Okay.
all right.
I move that we approve the order for the special election for the tax increase.
No,
What?
Oh, no, I
fuck.
jumped way down, sorry.
general.
I got another one. If I had seen this before, I would have said to me before all this. Hold on.
been in the drive.
Yeah, but I don't have a hard time accessing it, which is why I ask everyone to send me contracts they want me to review before. This one only has a location of Martha. Is there a location in City of Two?
Yes.
It's,
I think it's on, I thought I saw it last night, where?
Yeah.
oh, it's all put on one line.
Yeah.
Okay, so then what, on your motion, just remove the tax increase for the groundwater district board from the order.
I got it. We good?
We're looking really fast.
I can
No,
breathe.
go ahead. I mean, I'll
I
take
can
a break
breathe.
if.
Go ahead.
I move that we approve the order of election for the November 3rd, 2026 general election and also remove the tax increase for the underground water conservation district.
I have a motion and I have a second by Commissioner Hernandez. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. And then agenda item number 13, discussion with action to approve the order for a special election for the tax increase for the groundwater district on November 3rd, 2026, general election. And did I hear that correctly? It's not gonna happen?
Right.
Okay, so,
I move to table.
all right,
Second.
I have a motion to table and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Agenda item number 14 by Ms. Sanchez, a discussion with action to set an alternate budget hearing and tax hearing dates, as well as budget and tax rate adoption dates if necessary. I believe they're not necessary.
They're not necessary, as you have a copy of your budget. I just always like to have in case something happens to us, and we just don't know, we have plenty of time to post.
Okay.
So I set that day for the meeting, the September 9th meeting.
So shall we table?
Would you be able to just, and if nothing happens, we won't add anything to the meeting?
Okay.
Just as a cautionary.
So do you have, do you want to set an alternate? Do you want to recommend an alternative date?
Yes.
September 9th.
Okay. So. Any further discussion? I'll entertain a motion.
I'll move that we set the alternate budget hearing for September 9th.
Okay, I have a motion.
Second.
I have a second by Commissioner Hernandez. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, I'll move on to agenda item number 15, administrative updates and announcements from the county judge and commissioners. And I'd first just like to just commend the commissioners court and everyone that took part in this budget process. It's never fun. It's never easy. We muscled our way through it. Is it perfect? No. And to be honest with you guys, I don't know perfect. I've never met perfect. I don't know if it exists, but I know that with the best of intentions, we got it done. And we'll see, hopefully good things will come to us this fiscal year. We have a lot of unknowns. I have found in my 60 years of life that many of the things that I worry about or concern me never come to fruition. And then some of the things that I never thought I should worry about just suddenly appear and are a pain to deal with. So, Commissioner Hernandez. Commissioner Contreras.
I received a call from the Grant Works ladies, and we're working on the Colonias project.
Excellent.
We're operating in the Road and Bridge office.
Nice.
Bianca and the new ladies there are there now, so I'm in the process of moving everything to the whole operation to the yard. Probably this week or the next.
Has all their furniture come in?
Not the desk. We haven't ordered those.
From that.
I gotta go take a look at them in the house.
Okay.
And we're working on Commissioner's Precinct this week.
Okay.
We're on the antelope hills. We got
Did you buy some more of that material?
no, Marfa gave us a whole sack, and apparently it's a good material. We're gonna finish that, and then we'll buy whatever we need. And we're working on Shafter. I talked to Jim Poindexter this morning, and they're moving the caliche, so our guys we really need the equipment. We really need the equipment.
Yeah.
These guys are driving the machines from Presidio. I mean, that's nonsense. I don't know, you saw them on the way over.
We did.
They stopped for a break or whatever. The machines get hot.
Yeah.
We really need an RGN trailer so we can do that equipment.
Yeah.
So
I look forward to those purchases.
yeah,
And I'm telling you, I'm excited about this teamwork kind of, what you're trying to set with them regarding a calendar, regarding, you move them as one force. And I really think I think it's gonna be a great project.
some bad news that I got it from last night meeting in Presidio. They tabled the interlocal agreements because the attorneys did not send the agreement to the cities. I don't know what happened.
What?
The interlocal agreement was tabled last night because they didn't have the the new copy.
Was it their attorney that didn't send it to him?
I don't know, I'm just,
The-
the finalized agreement.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they say, and they say, well, they sign with us.
We
So
get their
did you-
attorneys
yeah.
to sign it.
Like,
So, that being said, that item got tabled last night.
Okay.
And they're gonna try to put it for next week. It all depends if they get the cut. And I think that's it for moving forward.
So we can, so Road and Bridge has vacated that other space.
It's not, it's already vacated, Judge.
Okay.
It's nothing.
Okay.
They still park their vehicles because they have a gate. They have nothing. I mean, it's, in one day, they can take everything. They're gonna talk to the sheriff. He wanted one of those propane tanks, or not propane, the
Fuel.
fuel tanks. So, the only thing that we need in the new yard is, a little bit of security. We have good people, that don't take stuff, but
Go ahead.
we rather have the gates closed.
At the
That's
new
the only
yard?
thing, at the
At the
new
new
yard.
yard.
We have a lot of equipment that we have to auction out, a lot of.
I
lot of
drove
trash.
by it, Obed, and the work that you have done is beautiful there. That yard looks better than I've ever seen it, so.
Well, I have not moved a single deal. Is the
Well, you're
they just needed
organizing
direction.
it. Yeah.
They just needed direction. I asked them that we need to do this, and they do it. They're good. We have real good people working for them.
So I submitted the final version, or what I thought was the final version of the interlocal agreement to everyone on August sixth, Marco, Presidio, their lawyers, you.
Who did you send it to at Presidio?
Cynthia Trevino, which is their lawyer, Pablo Rodriguez, and John Ferguson. And
Is
then,
John Ferguson's email correct? Because I saw in previous emails, it would say that it was a not a good email.
And then Pablo resigned.
Yeah.
Pablo Rosado.
so I guess we. But I sent this one. Is it presidiotexas.us?
Hold it, I'm looking it up. For John Ferguson?
Yeah, Jay Ferguson at presidiotx.us.
Yeah, J Ferguson at presidiotx.us.
Yeah, I sent it to the right one. The first emails that I sent back in July bounced back and I
Yeah,
sent it. So I sent it to everyone on August 6th, unless there were changes made to it since then that I'm not aware of. That's the
No.
final.
That was a fine.
I did my job.
Uh-oh, John.
Oh,
No, it's not Obed's fault either.
no,
No.
they
Oh, John.
they didn't get it, their attorney or John, I don't know, but, and I kind of knew that was gonna happen because Bianca, she works with her, but she's a councilwoman, and she asked me for a copy. I said, well, today's the meeting, so
Right.
she didn't have the copy yet.
Wow.
They asked,
So,
John texted me yesterday to send to Brenda, and I thought he meant the final signed version. So I sent an email to everyone saying like, hey, do we all have all the signed? We got the signed version from Martha.
yes,
Uh-huh.
I expected us to do a signed version. I don't have the signed version, so I said, hey, can we all get a final, it's executed and send it out?
I think
I
we
didn't know-
should take the signed version to Presidio so we can have it in,
Yeah, I don't know.
In
if
what
I have the
document?
full sign. I just got the one back from.
or
Martha.
just sign the sheet.
The only thing that Blair has gotten, because I went to the City of Marfa meeting and they signed it and immediately sent it to me. And I
What
sent it over to
were their
Blair.
discussions? Were they positive?
They were, and it was really nice the way that Manny framed it. He said, look, we don't see us entering into any action anytime soon, but this will allow us when we have the potential of grants. But I will tell you, Judge, that Obed and I are already working it because the City of Marfa has given us 1 ton of cold mix to fix some potholes. They're making their emulsion tank available to us. So Marfa's on board.
Yeah.
Alright,
And I
we
think
got
Presidio will be
we
too.
got some compliments. Hold on, Blair, from our people yesterday. The guys in Marfa are happy to help Presidio County.
Right.
They had a big problem with our previous director.
They shared that
So,
with me as well.
It's gonna be a win-win now for
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah,
I think we're gonna get more things done.
yeah, I think so.
When was Marfa, city council?
It was on a Thursday, I wanna say 2 weeks ago.
Last night's three spots and to me, the judge and Obed with their signature made. And he said, I would send it fully executed to us when we have all the others.
Right, right,
And
right.
then I forwarded that to Scotto for our records. And then I was waiting on the signature page from city. That's it.
Mhm.
I went after the IT guys were done at the courthouse, they invited me to lunch. And, there were some ladies from Marfa there having lunch. And they stopped me and they complimented. They said, we're staying informed with what's happening, with the county and the courthouse. And we really like some of the projects that you have going on. So they wished us luck and
Nice,
for us to continue down the path.
nice.
So, and they were Marfa ladies, but they brought up like the landfill, the solid waste
Uh-huh.
thing. They brought up that they noticed the patching. Good.
We gave it a try and it worked. It worked
Right.
real well. And I even asked Omar, he's from Roden Bridge, what do you think about the material? He says it's the best I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's real simple. We can do it quick. He said he was gonna try to tackle all the north to south because the intermediate roads are real damaged.
Yeah.
So he said, we're gonna patch all the going to the highway
Right.
to the FM highway. I don't know what's the name of it. But he was gonna do those first.
In Salsa Post. Yeah. Yeah, all of those county roads. I finally made myself a big copy of the road and the road.
We knew this. We knew this.
Yeah.
It's an ETJ, but it's still there.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna make Mr. Davis a little happy one of these days.
I think his should be the last one we do.
Don't be like that. So I think that's it. I don't know if I missed it.
Commissioner H.
Yeah, I have three things. I just want to remind everyone, today is designated as a nationwide day of action for our beloved national parks. We should demand greater protection and investment for the employees who keep our national parks running, especially Big Bend National Park during these challenging times. So apparently a fourth of staff positions have been cut from national parks. So I want to make that point. And then Obed and I have been working a lot on this TechDot Community Assistant Program. I got a call yesterday and we were approved up to $9,899. And we actually are getting out of that $9,898.25. And I want to give a big thank you to Kayla Reinhardt because she has really championed this through for us. So we're getting 300 yards of millings for $6,000, 800 gallons of MS2 emulsion for $3,000. I'm not going to throw the prices at you anymore, but 59 steel delineators, and 254 yellow 4x4 delineators.
Or this still delineated.
I don't know.
If it's got real, we don't need them. We have
Right.
a whole bunch.
Right. Well,
there's a whole bunch.
The delineators are like a T-post with a reflective
Okay.
circle on it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
if
because
you
and
could
we'll
probably-
have to, we'll have to, they've asked me to come down on Wednesday and sign, and then we'll have to go pick them up. So throughout this whole process, because we get emulsion, we don't have an emulsion sprayer. I have a commitment from the city of Marfa to use their emulsion sprayer, and it holds 800 gallons, and that's the exact amount. So I'd like to coordinate it with Obed of when they think they'll be working on those roads so that we get the emulsion put into that sprayer. And then I've already mentioned that, the city of Martha is giving us a ton of cold mix that is very similar to the product. And according to the city of Martha, they used to get the small bags and they just got tired of cutting up all those small bags. So now they take the ton bag, they put it on a flatbed, and then they just take it down the road and they use a flat shovel and do it. I'm also getting quotes because all of that millings, that's 300 cubic yards. And Obed and I spoke about this earlier today. I'm going to see if we can get half for Presidio, the south yard, and half for the north yard, and that'll make it easier. But all we have in Road and Bridge is a 5-yard dump truck. That would take forever. I'm looking at a 22-yard belly dump, and they can get it done in one day. So I'm asking for quotes on that.
Let's try
The
to
least
give,
one? The least one?
Huh?
The least one?
No, we have truck drivers here in Marfa that I'm reaching into them to ask
A little
them.
contract.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would hold a little on that, Commissioner, just let me try to see if I can get some guys with dump trucks.
Okay.
There's some, end dumps that because belly dumps, we're gonna lose a lot of material.
Well, I'm at,
Because it goes in the bottom, it's a straight line,
right,
you have to come with your loader and pick it up,
right.
so it's more work. And I'm pretty sure, we can talk to the concrete guy,
Russell LaFave.
Russ, yeah. He's got several end dumps, see if he can,
Well, I'm
help us
asking
out.
for end dump too. So
We
there's a
need the end dump,
2-yard
because
end
then
dump.
we're
So
gonna
you
do-
want me to go with end dump?
we're gonna lose a lot of material.
Okay, and
I would
I
probably
will
do
do
you the
that.
favor. Because those trucks are coming back and forth empty.
Yeah.
They pick up, they drop off, they pick
I
up.
think
I bet he would. I bet he would.
And so finally, my last item is, I know that we've been talking a lot about doing the work towards a policy for the road use and maintenance. And I have the Joint Task Force report from February of 1998, in which the Army actually came through and worked on Chispa Road before. That's been 28 years ago, and we look at the status of Chispa Road now. And so I'm just recommending to this court that when we get to that point that we're thinking about a contract with anybody or anything, I feel that it would be in our best interest to also require a contract from CBP to maintain the critical county roads, which they use a lot, because most of the damage that I've seen since I've been going on Chispa, a lot of border patrol activity. So they fixed the road before in 98, and now we're back to the same thing. I know that Jeff Davis County is very interested in that as well. So I just wanted to bring that to the court, that I think that we need to also negotiate with CBP to come up with some type of long-term maintenance, since they're the primary users of that road.
We actually, when I met with Commissioner Rodney Scott, that we actually, that conversation came out.
Good.
And it came up regarding, even to consider, having a contract with the county. And the CBP would pay for us to maintain those roads.
And would they pay us enough to add more staff and
Well,
stuff? Okay, all right.
And that was, it was just
Just a
what about this?
discussion.
What about that? What about this?
Right.
Because we did discuss, usually when they go out for contract bids and they're not from here, and then
Right.
we never see them, and then
Right.
they're hard to get a hold of. We can't hold their feet to the fire. So,
That's why I'm thinking if we can get the local Big Bend sector to
Yeah.
enter into something with us, it'd be a good thing.
Miss Nunez, are you sitting there, or did you walk on? Okay, I'll come back to her. Let me ask the clerk, is there any way to research resolutions and by language, by verbiage within the resolution?
Yes.
Could you research, adoption of public roadways in a resolution, I am sure that we're gonna find something. Yeah, yeah, I'm telling you, I've seen it.
Oh, no.
I just don't remember where I saw it, but it was a resolution that said the county of Presidio adopts all roads within the county of Presidio, including the city of Martin, city of Presidio. And again, it was for a grant. It was for some sort of grant that came through.
Do you remember, the year-ish?
No,
Okay, so say,
no. I
there's
just remember,
like that if it's OCR, when it's scanned in the system. But OCR wasn't normalized until like the mid 2010s. And I highly doubt we were OCR before that, so if it's older than that.
no, I want to say, I think I saw it somewhere around, I was still a city administrator.
Okay,
So it
so,
was around
fairly-
2016, yeah.
Okay.
Around
I
2016.
would say if it was like an
2018.
80s, 90s document, I
Yeah,
would
no.
know.
And then, I did have a conversation with Ms. Parks. What I'd like to do is set up a meeting between Judge McKenzie, Hudspeth County Attorney, and myself and Ms. Park, just to go lessons learned, what about this, what about that? If you could, what would you do here? What would you do there?
Joe, I'd like to attend that meeting too, if possible.
And I have no problem with it,
Thank you.
but first of all, let me, Ms. Nunez, if you could do me a favor, you call Judge McKenzie's office
Yes, sir.
and then see, just have her send a little message to Judge McKenzie. Judge Portillo and Ms. Park would like to visit with you guys. Can we set up a time for a Zoom meeting?
Okay.
And we'll go from there.
Anytime good for you?
Yeah.
I know you were telling them yesterday.
So could I not
Yeah.
be in on
Yeah, yeah.
that Zoom?
Yeah.
Karina, can you add my name to that too? Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, you will.
Are we gonna be on Zoom?
Yeah.
I'll be in.
Would that be,
Yeah.
that wouldn't be a
It would
quorum,
be
right?
Well, we can ask the county attorney.
Right.
If that would be a,
I think you should probably know.
It's just if you're gonna talk on Cheeseboro, that's on my prison. I need to be, I need to be kept informed.
Right. And the reason I want to be on that is because the biggest portion of Chispa Road is precinct 4.
Yeah, but you're precinct 2?
I know, I'm precinct 1, but I work for the whole county. I always have. I've been on this for a while, Obed.
Okay.
Let's be nice to each other.
Yeah.
We're doing pretty good.
I mean, but
I'm
whatever
not, I'm
happens,
not trying to cut you out.
whatever happens in precinct 3, I need to be informed.
Right,
That's all I want.
Well, I will tell you that the grant people called me yesterday and I told them to talk to you. The grant people called me and I said, that's Obed.
okay, so, what else do we have? Madam Clerk, do you have anything? Treasurer? Tax assessor?
So I just want to say thank you. Thank the commissioners for everything.
For kind of trying to work together.
I something is true.
Yes.
Are you finished, Nancy? I'm sorry. Are you done? Yeah, are you done? I'm sorry, I interrupted you. We have a problem with JP Presidio. Her office is the old ambulance office. And she's having problem with the AC.
She called me this week.
Well, we asked her for a copy of her key, so because nobody has a copy except her key. I believe this is a county building. And we should enter that building anytime we need. I cannot send a technician to fix her problem because she wants to be there to open the building. And I called her a couple of times and she doesn't answer. So how can we do this? Is it illegal for her not to? The maintenance lady doesn't even have a copy of the key.
Everyone, so someone within the county would generally be the judge. In this case, it's usually Will Cita. Needs to have a copy of every key to every building and every office. And then the sheriff's office is also required to have keys to be able to get into every office and every building because they've provides security and, emergency services. So if neither Lord slash judge nor the sheriff have keys to that building, that's a problem. We need to get keys. So you're right to ask for it and she's wrong to not give it.
Well, how can we help that one? And
Right. Right.
what, I don't wanna say more than I have to, but
Yeah.
apparently they closed the doors yesterday because it was too hot. And we know Presidio hot,
Uh-huh.
but she's stubborn.
I mean,
Well, then I
she
meant
needs
to ask
somebody
you,
keys.
the HV,
If it really came down to it, and she was refusing to give the keys, and even if there was push come to shove, the only thing we can do is change the locks and then give her a key.
Okay,
is it because she feels she has information that needs, I mean, if it needs to be under lock and key, then she should lock the.
I do, I mean, I do too, I have,
Uh-huh.
right,
Yeah.
and stuff, but for one, the county owns the building.
Right.
We don't give, like, Flo doesn't have the keys, so she can just like go through people's stuff, right? That's the whole point.
I don't want to.
And same thing with the sheriff's office, they have it because by law, they provide security for all county buildings. So that's obviously not the intention, if that was a problem, that would be a whole different problem that I hope I don't have to deal with.
Gotcha.
I'm pretty sure if you have a filing cabinet, it's got keys, so- and I don't see a technician looking for
Or
file.
they can be there.
She can be there when,
If
she doesn't have.
Yeah,
But
if
she
it's
doesn't
a
have.
security concern that can be handled, maybe we can ask the deputy to be present if there was a legitimate
Yeah,
concern.
we can do anything, but
That doesn't mean that she can not give keys. Because it is a county-owned building. We do need to have the keys, and the sheriff's office should have the right to have keys as well, because they provide security for all of us.
and the other thing that I'm not happy with is Ruben Carrasco took a lot of the files home and has not bring them back. So I don't know. If we should talk to him or proceed legally, I don't know. But
I know that
we
he,
should have the files in our,
he,
no.
he and his brother own a lot of the survey stuff. They actually, when surveyors have passed away, they've gone in and purchased that personally.
I'm
So
not
I know
talking
we
about their
can't get
stuff,
those.
Commissioner, I'm
Okay.
talking about our stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm just
The-
sharing that with you.
No, they
Yeah.
have to have they have a business,
Right, right.
surveying business.
Uh-huh,
They should have a lot of paperwork, but our paperwork is our paper.
Right.
Account.
I agree.
Yeah,
Or in the blind, so.
I agree.
And I don't like being in the blind.
If you not review process, I thought he said to me that he was gonna get everything.
I talked to him Sunday night and he said, I'm almost ready to turn in that pen drive and the documents. I told him, we need the documents now.
Uh-huh.
We need to see what do we have, or we haven't.
if he. I mean, he's not refusing to give the documents, is he being reasonable with his offer to give it, those documents?
I just want to be in the record because you come to me and ask me something that I've been trying to get it and I don't have it. I mean, I'm trying to get those documents and I don't know what documents he has
Yeah.
or what he's gonna keep,
Yeah.
so,
Right.
If it continues to become an issue, you know,
okay.
Our budget takes effect October 1.
Yes, sir, correct. October 1, and all the changes from today, I'll work those, and it'll be posted October.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Anything else? No? I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion, second. All in favor?
Bye.
12 noon.
But I wanted to ask you, I got a call from Juanita yesterday.